All right, guys. So, um, the Axis they went ahead and they resigned and they gave the white flag to the Allies. Let me just recap right quick. If we were going to continue, I was gonna have the rest of my American Air Force attack what was left of Germany and clear out in Germany, and then have these two French guys walk in on their turn and take over Germany. Of course, on America's turn, France would be liberated, and then immediately I would put a strategic bomber, since the French are allowed to 12 IPCs to immediately put in France. So I would put a strategic bomber just in case my planes didn't kill everything. So then I would have two infantry and a strategic bomber go ahead and take out what was left in Germany. So the French would be in control of the Germans. And that's how I was going to do it. Of course, Soviets could have taken it. So, but I wanted the French to do it. That way I can push all my Germans back and go straight into Japan. After my Air Force, I was going to move my Navy down here. Of course, I would buy some more units and move them out. Probably leave South Africa alone and have my this British fleet take out this Japanese. So that would be their job. And then of course the Americans would come over here and probably link up with these guys and slowly push the Japanese out. Over here, Japan was doing all right. They were doing pretty good. They have Hawaii, but just with the income that everybody would have against Japan, it would just be a waiting game till Japan would have been taken out. Germany did really good this game. I believe the Germans, the German player, it was I think his first or second game, so he did pretty good. Of course, the Germans, they got all the way over here and then stalled out and slowly got pushed back out. It didn't really help with the Americans putting majority of their income and coming in Italy and taking that flank out. So, and then plus the Americans pretty much built a bunch of factories over here, so they're gonna keep pushing. So Germany wasn't looking too strong, but they did pretty good keeping me out of France. It was just too heavily defended, and then there'd be more troops to fill out the gaps if I took that over. So I had to find an alternative, and of course the Balkans was the way to go. Italy did pretty good. They just left it open, and of course the Americans took that opportunity. But the Italians, they had improved shipyards, so they did pretty good. They even took Egypt, I think, the first or second turn. So yeah, they were doing pretty good. It's just when the Americans come, there's just really no stopping it unless they block and stuff. So I'm gonna say this is a really good game. But I think it was over probably around round 7 or 8. It's just because the Germans they got too bogged down and in Russia. then Japan, they did pretty decent. They got all the money islands, but they just couldn't. They took off China, but it was that I would come back, liberate it, and then they would come back and take it over, and it was just keep going back and forth, and it's really difficult for the Japanese when they only have so many units, and Russia's economy is majority going back to pushing these guys out. But Mongolia was neutral the whole game, so that was cool. For both sides, so this territory never got taken out, so that was good. But so we're gonna go ahead and have the Axis players play as the Allies, and I'm gonna be playing as one of the Axis players, and we're gonna have a new person come and play as one of the Axis. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll start up a new game this weekend. All right. And man, you got all the way up to turn 17, so that's pretty crazy. The Middle Earth strategy, that's something that I just think is kind of OP, especially when I built 2 factories over there. So even though he did take it, even though he did take India, I just kept putting up more units, and eventually this mass got here, and especially with Australia coming in, taking on the weak points. And then, of course, I got him blocked back, but yeah, really good game. And of course, I built my Navy back, so we'll see how they do as the Allies and how I do as the Axis. All right. Thanks for following this, my 2-3 people that were watching it, and hopefully you guys enjoy the next game. Alrighty, signing out. Good game, guys. Good game.